advice, instructions, and warnings. Let not your heart be troubled. A reassuring scriptural saying that was used by many in the Caribbean. The biblical advice is to stop worrying about disturbing conditions and to believe that things will get better. Someone once said, worrying is like sitting on a rocking chair. The chair is moving, but you are not going anywhere. Try to avoid stress. When your neighbor house is on fire, wet your own. And this is a timely advice to take precaution. Sleep on it. Sleep on it. Do not make snap decisions. Take time and think about a matter. Brevity is the soul of wit. When speaking, do not be long-winded. Use few words to say what you intend to say. Come quickly to the point. The Lord help those who help themselves. Those who take the initiative to do something that is pleasant in the sight of God will receive help from God. Peter go pay for Paul, and Paul go pay for all. This is an unfortunate fact of life, unfortunate. Those who should be blamed, at times, they escape punishment, while the innocent pays for the guilty. Make yourself useful. In other words, be helpful. This was usually said when someone who was able to assist just looked passively on and not helping. Yes, important words. An example. Mr. Bullen was struggling to lift the bed while his son stood close by, and all he did was just observed. And the father looked at his son and said, "Come on, son, make yourself helpful, make yourself helpful. You're handing wrong. You're standing there like a lamppost, and you're not helping." One of my mother's favorite, my mother Georgiana DERIGGS, rest in peace. Do something before something do you. Be positively and actively engaged or suffer the consequences. Business before pleasure. The advice is to take care of crucial tasks. Children, do your homework. Or work in general. Take care of work in general. Engaging in games and other forms of fun is good, but make sure you do important work. Buck up, man. Buck up. Buck up. In other words, come on, man. Get yourself together, sister. Get your act together. Buck up. Don't push your luck, eh? Don't push your luck. Do not take the liberty to reach the limits of your good fortune. The goodness that is bestowed on you, well, it has its boundaries. So restrain yourself. Check yourself. Know your place. Well, it's not the end of the world. No, it's not the end of the world. comforting words to emphasize the point that despite the difficulties and sorrows one faces, life will go on. One thing about life, someone said, life goes on. It goes on without you. You lose your work tomorrow, see how quick they put somebody in your place. Life goes on. It's not the end of the world. Okay, another example, Mr. Sando's wife. She left him for someone else. In other words, the person bowl out. We have our ways of saying things. The person bowl out Mr. Sando. His friend, Brandon, tapped him on his shoulder and he said in his soft, soothing voice, reassuring him, Sando, man, don't worry, man. It's not the end of the world. Not the end of the world. Life goes on. You can't play mass and freight powder. No. Do not place yourself in situations where the consequences are obvious and then you complain. This saying was derived from the carnival festivities that some masqueraders, especially those who played in the short knee band, they throw powder in the air. And if someone was brave enough to be among the masqueraders, that individual was likely to get powder on his or her body or clothes. You can't play mass and freight powder. Walls of ears. Be careful, There's a bush of ears too. Be careful when you speak, for songs travel and people might be listening. Bush of ears, yes, another term. And somebody might be pretending to be asleep, but remember, all shut eye is not sleep. Playing the sleeping, whether listening. Never trouble until trouble you. Do not get involved with problems until it knocks on your door. And you have no choice but to deal with it. It knocks on your door. You have to take measures. Do not trouble until trouble you. And that's a popular saying, Never joke ants nest. And we have our ways of putting it together. Never joke ants nest. If you disturb the ants nest, you stand the chance of getting stung. And you would not like it. Easy come, easy go. Well, oh boy, you got it without great effort. Yes, it came easy. You didn't work hard for it. Easy come, easy go. There's an old saying, a fool and his money are soon parted. Do not ask for Mr. Truss. Mr. Truss is dead and buried. The words were often written on notice boards in shops where they were easily seen. Shop owners who were not kindly disposed to trust in, that is, allowing customers to have goods and pay for it at a later date, well, they put those signs in the shops to discourage those who were inclined to trust. Trust me, ponga sugar na. One shopkeeper said, when you trust, you just bust. Don't sit on the river stone and bad talk the river, man. It is not a good habit to sit in someone's house and say unkind things about that person. But some people do that. Give Jack his jacket and give Mary his drawers. Be fair. One must be given what he or she deserves. But we often find in this life that the dog that deserves the bone does not always get it in this life. There is this friend thing. You look to your friend and you give what somebody else should get. We see it in politics every day, all over. We see it. The mills of God grind slowly, but ever so fine. Retribution, but it might be slow in coming, But he coming. Don't worry, he coming. Eventually, he gonna come. And retribution often walks with a butu or a bull pistol in its hand. Don't play with karma, You think you're getting off with the bad things you're doing? Boy, sit down and wait. It coming. And then some people will say, yeah, blight. Not blight. Wickedness catching up with you. Where ignorance is bliss, it's folly to be wise. The proverb tells us that it's better to be unaware of information or anything that can cause stress. You notice the good Lord never told us when we will kick the bucket, when we will die, because if some of us know that, boy, we'll never sleep. You better come go there. Do what you're doing, but you better come good. Your action must be strong and convincing. If, for instance, you have an excuse for not going to work, boy, it better be a good one, It better be a good excuse. Those who live in glass houses should not throw stones. Do not criticize people when you have the same faults that they have and even worse when you're criticizing them. Doctor say, wait, hold you, let it go, but sometimes you could get in trouble for that. This was a saying often used by people who urinated or defecated in any spot when the urge was overbearing. Plenty of other fish in the sea. Plenty of other fish in the sea. There are other people to date or to befriend. Plenty of other fish in the sea. Look before you leap. Sit down and think, Think about the consequences before you get involved in something. Some people just rush madly. Just rush madly and then realize that they made a mistake. All because they don't think. And people don't like us sometimes, when we think too much. You remember Julius Caesar? He didn't like Cassius at all. He said Cassius is a man thinking too much. Politicians and others don't like you when you're thinking too much, They want you to follow. Jump on the bandwagon, boy. But thinking is very important. The best way to keep a secret, you want to keep a secret, without help. Don't try to get help to keep a secret, because every friend have another friend. And when a secret is revealed, it is no longer a secret. Someone once said that two people, can keep a secret, but one in the grave already. Never sayings. I never thought. You never see it, never see come see. I never thought. Never envisage that he or she would have risen to a certain level of accomplishment or in certain company and they don't know how to behave. And never see come see. An individual whose inappropriate behavior betrays his or her unpreparedness for a position of importance. Never worry. I say that again because it is important. We worry too much, boy. We're stressing ourselves out. And sometimes when we worry yourself to death. And many of the things we worry about never happen. And we worry about people bad talking us and saying all kind of things about us. And then we leave, we gone, and they find others to talk about. Yeah? They find others to talk about. And you're gone. They forget you. So do not worry. Try. It's hard sometimes, but don't stress yourself out. A few words to begin your day. Anthony Wendell DERIGGS, and God bless you and keep you safe, protect you from all evil. And evil exists in various forms. Some even involved in witchcraft and obeah. You had to ask for protection from God to protect you these days. God bless. Anthony Wendell DERIGGS.